Hello, my name is Yvetta, and today I'm coming to you guys with a vlog on the reasons why I decided to grow my natural hair, the steps leading up to my big chop, and how I feel now. A couple of reasons why I decided to go natural were because I had started to see so many natural women, and I don't want to sound like a bandwagoner, but I was influenced by it. I had never seen so many natural women in my entire life. I never really thought about what my natural texture would look like, and this kind of got the wheels turning in my head. And my mom had natural hair, and my aunt had natural hair for several years. I think my mom's been natural for almost 10 years, but she's always kept it low, and my aunt has been natural for maybe about 5 years. And at the time, my youngest sister had hers for about 2 years. And I just wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to embrace the natural part of me, like what my natural hair would be, no matter whether it was super kinky or loose and wavy. Like, I didn't know what it was because I had never seen it. And it was a radiance that was going on with these women, a confidence that went on with these women. They just seemed to be like really strong and like sure themselves. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I want to have that. Like, I want to have the hair, I want to have the confidence, I want all of it. Like, I just have to have it. And why not? It's naturally me anyway. So I tried to transition in 2011, about 2 months after my, I'm 21, 19th birthday. And I had a really short Rihanna cut, and so it wasn't very hard to try to transition from that. You do go through an awkward stage, but I didn't wear my hair out because I wore so many quick weaves and ended up wearing a lot of protective styles, braids included. I think the first time I transitioned for maybe about 4 months, and I could start to see what my natural texture was, and I was pretty happy with it as far as me being able to just grow it anyway, because I had relaxed my hair so often that when I started to see my hair puff up on the edges, I would freak out and just get a relaxer because I was so used to my hair being, well, straight. I wouldn't say bone straight, because when I got relaxers, my hair wasn't really bone straight. At the ends, it was bone straight, but my roots would never be bone straight. And they would kind of wave up, and I would always be sad because my sister would have her relaxers, and her relaxer would be bone straight, and she has coarser, thicker hair than me, and her hair just was still more voluptuous, and mine was medium hair with, it had some voluptuousness to it, but it wasn't as voluptuous as my sister's. So I did transition for about 4.5 months, got uncomfortable because I didn't like the two textures. I didn't like the feeling of wearing a ponytail and my hair kind of puffed up a little bit, and with the straight, and I just thought it looked really raggedy on me. Um, I was super self-conscious about it because I knew that I was fighting two textures. I don't think other people knew that I was fighting two textures because I wore my hair in weaves, and when I wore my hair out, I wore my hair in a roller set, but I could immediately see when my hair would puff up and my ends were straight. It just didn't look right to me. And so I decided to perm my hair. And then the second time I went to transition was the beginning of 2012. So I was on and off 2011. 2012, I started to transition again for another 5 months. I think 5.5 months that I transitioned. And I wasn't completely ready to chop my hair off because I just wasn't ready. And I was still uncomfortable with the two textures, but I wasn't quite comfortable with someone just going in and cutting my relaxed hair off yet. Not that I had never had my hair short before. I just wasn't ready because I guess the two textures, and I wasn't quite sure of myself because I was like, okay, well, natural hair looks good on these women, but maybe it just doesn't look good on me. Maybe it's just not the route I should go. So I quit again, and I think my family were like tired. They're like, "Oh my goodness, you're on again, off again. You wear so many protective styles, and you should just do it. Just chop it all off. Just chop it all off." And they would threaten me, and I was just like, "Oh, I want to chop it off, but I'm scared because I've been short, but I've never just been." Faded down. So, because I felt like transition, it was not for me. After the second time, I was like, forget it. I'm not transitioning. Um, and I went through a little bit of 2012 with my hair just bone straight and about medium length and a bob, and I ended up having an accident with a flat iron where the heat was cut on to like 450 degrees, and that was way too hot for my hair because my hair, like, it fried completely off. I mean, my hair was melted to the plate. The smell was ridiculous. And it was all on accident. I had let a relative use my flat iron, and I don't even believe she used it that high. I believe it may have just turned because at the time it was just one of those flat irons that kind of, had the little dilly dally on it where the temperature's on it, and it ended up being cranked up real high. And I was in a rush trying to flat iron my hair so I can go with my husband, and my hair was, I was stretching my relaxers more then, not because I was trying to transition, just because I liked my hair being more voluptuous. I realized that during the transition stage, if I held off on my relaxers instead of getting them every 2 months, if I stretched out maybe every 3 to 4 months, my hair would be more voluptuous when I flat ironed it, and I love the way it looked. It looked actually more healthy. So when I flat ironed my hair, it melted to the plate, and that was the end of the story because I went like crying to my mom. I burnt my hair off. And then I went to the salon, and I thought they would fix it for me. They cut my hair really low in the back where maybe it was just about this much hair. And that hair was still burnt. The hair was so burnt, it was burnt to the actual root of my hair. And I thought that there was no coming back from that. So I wore my hair in a bob for maybe about 3 weeks and kept getting it trimmed. And I was like, okay, I'm paying you guys all this money. You could tell me that I need to cut my hair off. Just don't let me come in here and you just keep cutting more and more off. And then, saying, it's okay, you should just leave it alone now. When I feel my hair and everything else feels soft and the back feels really dry and you can't do anything with it, you should just, hey, you need to cut your stuff off. You have to cut that off. So I ended up making the decision to get my hair cut into a Halle Berry hairstyle. And I loved it. I wore my hair that way for about 2 months. But already in that time, I had come to the realization that I just wanted my hair completely gone. I wanted to I love the short look, but I was so ready to let go of the hair. By then, I explained to my husband, we had been talking about it in and out for 3 years, and he was finally on the same page as me. I think my family was relieved because they were so sick and tired of me worrying about my hair. So on May 3rd, after a family picture, I ended up getting all my hair chopped off. I got it into just an even fade. It wasn't low on the sides with little hair at the top. It was all around just cut. And I have like round edges, so she cut it round. She didn't do anything like super, like, I didn't want to look like a man, and I told her I didn't want to look like a man, and she didn't make me look like one. I felt relieved when my hair was hitting the ground. I was shocked that I had actually done it, but I don't think my big chop was like any other person's that I've seen so far, because I've seen a lot of girls cry about it and they cry. I just was kind of like just smiling in the mirror and laughing with my sister, and the stylist did not want to cut my hair off. She just did not want to cut it off, and so I kind of had to beg her to cut it, and because if she wouldn't have done that, I would have done it myself. And I was so excited when I first walked out of the salon. Like, I think I felt way prettier then than I've ever felt in my life. With the fade, I felt more womanly. I felt like the confidence was coming. And I don't know if this is a direct effect of me having a big chop. It's just, I guess, letting go of the relaxed part, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I just felt more confident. I felt more me. I felt ready for the journey that I was going to be going on as far as my hair is concerned. And a lot of things changed since then. I've been more into the natural hair products as far as putting coconut oils, getting rid of mostly all my moisturizer like pink lotion and stuff, and put that all away and threw it away and stuff like that, to kind of transition all my natural items in.